All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It's August 19th. So I was late to the party today, everybody. And here's JD. Switch, hit, boom, easy winner. Man, I can't believe I missed out on this today. So now it's like even more scary to take the next trade because we've had so many winners and I didn't take this one. All right, everybody. So I just wanted to show you that I didn't trade today. 0, 0, 0. Missed the winner. And yeah, is what it is. All right, so because I didn't take any trades, I didn't take that JD trade, I want to show you two trades I took in the family account today because I think there's some lessons to be learned here. So right here we have this AMRS, right? So I trade this on the switchback, and I only trade it after it's had a loser. So I track this ticker on my log, and after it's had a loser, then I trade it, because then it's like a 98% success rate, so 92% success rate depending on the season. I've been trading this for a while, so right now I think we're clocking around 92, 93%, but usually it's a lot higher. Only trading it after a loser. So, you know, one missed trade can affect that percentage quite a bit. It takes, you know, 1,000 trades before it won't be that big of a deal. So here we are. So we have our switch to the long side, and I don't worry about permission on this one. So we have our switch to the long side. Then we have our switch short, and you can see where I jumped in at the close of this candle. So I always trade at the close of the candles, and then it came down, and as soon as it hit this target, I'm out. I don't want to be greedy at all. So, and actually because of the spread at the time, I got a little bit off target. So, but close enough, all good. Super happy with it. So here's what I was looking at as just confidence wise. So we have this really nice big move up, and then we have support, resistance, and then we have, you know, it dropped back down, resistance, kind of clicks it, resistance, right? So we're seeing some major resistance here. When we look back, this area was resistance yesterday as well before sell-off happened. So, and then we can see right here, this area was resistance as well when the sell-off happened. So this got a track record of resistance right there. And then we come back here, and again, I don't believe it's an exact number. This area was major support, right? So it came down here, major support, had this huge crazy pre-market, aftermarket thing, and then came all the way back down, and now that support is becoming resistance. So now we see this being resistance. So we're seeing a pattern there, right? What was once support will become, a lot of times will become resistance, and vice versa. Once resistance could become support. And we saw these sequential sell-offs in this area. So now we're here again, and the sell-off comes down. It's tripping the algo. The algo is telling me to short it. It's time to short it. Again, I don't worry about permission on this trade and on this ticker. And then the breakdown happens. So I can get into this trade with a lot of confidence. The only thing that made me a little bit nervous was how big this candle was breaking through here. Like if this candle broke through and it was just barely broken, then it's awesome because we got a lot more room to go. So now once it's breaking, it's like, where does it want to go? I always ask myself those two questions. Does it want to draw a picture, and where does it want to go, right? If it wants to draw a picture, we have an M pattern here. So this could come all the way back up and not be good for me, but also where does it want to go? So if it comes back up and I'm going to get stopped out and I'm thinking about speed bumping, then it's like, what's the picture it might be wanting to draw, an M pattern? And so now if I did speed bump it, I'm looking to get out of my trade by the time it gets to near the top of this M here, or it would be an M pattern, right? So because chances are it's not going to go higher, chances are it's going to come back down. It might be drawing a picture. If it does go higher, then I can always re-enter if I want to re-enter, or just, you know, say my speed bump was good. Cut my losses down in half or whatever. So anyway, so here we are. So it drops down. Where does it want to go? And it wants to probably go low of day. Retest the low of day area. So I'm in, and then it goes sideways. That's fine. It's flagging basically, normal. And then we have our breakdown, and it gets close to the low of day area, and I'm out. Now, did it get to low of day? No. Will it get there? Probably. Right? Why wouldn't it get there? That's the other question. Like, why would it not go down there? It's the market, so you never really know. But if you look back in time, is there any reason for it not to go there? So, and right now there's not really any reason for it not to go there per se, other than it's just a market you don't know. And I trade on a statistical probability of success, and that's why I had to get out here, because that's where my statistics show me. But it doesn't mean it can't and won't come back out and test this. So there's that ticker. Hopefully you got something out of that. And let me show you the other one that we did today. All right, so here's MRVL. So MRVL, kind of like JD, has had so many winners that I'm like, I don't know if I want to trade this. Should I just wait until we have a loser, or at least a zeroed out day? And I was like, no, I'm going to trade it. And then you can see all those trades on there. And then we have this shows up. So not only am I deciding to trade it, but this is like complicated. Like this makes it really hard. So we have this gap down. And then we have this little recovery a little bit there. And then we have this big candle here, this big green candle that's kind of an indecision candle. Like, you know, is it going up? Is it going down? I don't know. We'll bounce around the middle and close. Then we got this next red candle that's inside of this candle, and then again inside. We see everything's trading inside here, right? And then this kind of breaks out a little bit, but it's like, just kidding. And then it, you know, it does this little oscillation inside, and then we got another one inside, right? And this one's on our switch. So I have two kinds of switches. I say a clean switch and a dirty switch. And then we have our glitch, which is a switch that happens here in the morning, right? So a clean switch is 3 or more dots like this. And then our glitch is the morning piece, and then a dirty switch, which I'll trade Marvel, MRVL, and JD on dirty switches. I don't care. That other one you saw, I only traded on a clean switch. So is where we just have one bar switching, and that's it. And then it goes right back. All right, so we got this big bar. It's still inside this, though, right? So we're clearly seeing a consolidation zone here. Clearly seeing that. And then it's a tower candle. And what happens with tower candles? It likes to retrace half or all before continuing the same direction a lot of times. So now we get our switch to the long side, and I trade Marvel MRVL on a switchback. So here's our switchback. So now I'm looking at this switchback, and I'm like, really? It's inside all of this still. We have a tower candle. Like, there's so much stuff going against this. But, and then we have our down here. If I was looking at permission, you know, this is kind of in the favoring the long zone. Like, this is favoring the short side right here, under the red, under white. These dashes are under red, under white, favoring the short. And we have dashes over white looking to go above red, favoring the long side. So there's a lot of stuff here. I'm like, man, but then if I don't trade it and it's a winner, I'm going to miss out on a winner that's paying for losers, and then my whole ratio gets messed up at the end of the year, and then, you know, all that stuff. And if you look at my video, 60 to 70% win rate, you'll understand why. Maybe I'll link that at the end of this video so you can see it. So here we are. So now this happens, right? And I said, you know what? I'm not going to get in this trade until, unless this candle here, when it opens, I see a move down. I want to see a move down. I'm going to wait. So I waited, and there's zero tail here, right? Zero tail. It goes straight up. So I got in on this candle, shorting it at 57.54. 57.54 right here. Here, I'll draw a line. Right there. That's where I got in on this candle. Let me make this more visible. Right here. So I waited until it retraced a good chunk of this candle here. So once it got all the way up to more than half of this big candle, it's almost a tower candle, not quite, but I waited because we're looking for a halfway move in this consolidation area, so I can reduce my exposure, if you will, my risk, at the same time as increasing my reward. So we get, and if it speed bumps, then we're really close here, and then I can speed bump and I'd be in a good spot. So I waited till here, then I got in. So then I waited to get in. I didn't get in with my full size. I got in with a partial size here, looking for, because if I have a partial size and it comes down as a winner from here, I'm still getting my full trade, right? So my risk, so this trade will still pay for losers, and I didn't have to get full size on it. So I got a partial size on it. When it came down here, I was like, yeah, this is looking good. And then psych, it got rejected, came back up, and then I speed bumped it. And when I speed bumped it and went in with full size. So because it doesn't have very many losers, has zeroed out days, you know, where we have to speed bump to recover and maybe make a couple bucks. But it doesn't really have hardly that many losers. I have like a 93% green day right now with MRVL. So I went full size on it at this point, and then we were able to go ahead and recover this and then some, and we're able to get out up here. So we still had a really nice green day on it. It wasn't a full green day, but this was supposed to be a zeroed out day, and then ended up with almost a full green day on it. So this is fantastic. So this kind of trades really helped grow the account, because I was able to pretty much eliminate a 0 day and put money in my pocket by trading it this way. And unfortunately, I didn't get this whole ride. Look at that, right? Like if I did my green candle, red candle exit strategy, which I should have probably did, but I didn't. You know, we got out here on this candle, and then basically I would be looking for a red candle to close below a green candle right here, and then I would go straight across. It's kind of there, not really. So then I had to bring my stop all the way down to this green candle, which is still 1R, right? And then there's my stop. And then we have red candle below green candle, come back over, same thing. So my stop is still the same, and we'd still be in this trade right now. And look at that, we'd be up like four times our risk or more. Man, it would have been epic. But that's not how I traded it today. I was just like, I'm happy to get out. I zeroed out day, made my money. But the biggest thing was this right here, right? We had this big candle. Just zooming in a little bit here. We had this this big candle. It's not a doji, but it's a bit of a, it's kind of like a doji in my eyes. There's some indecision here, and then we had this consolidation channel show up before the switch. The switch happened on a tower candle, right? So there could be just a long channel here, until it breaks high of day or low of day. You don't really know where it's going to go, and even then you don't know. But you have better odds when it's in a consolidation and it breaks out high of day or low of day. So anyway, so that's how I decided to play it, traders. Because this looked like it was consolidation, I waited for a retracement towards the top of the channel, and then jumped in short. Now, sure enough, it could have just sold off, and I could have missed out, right? But with this, I was like, no, I think this is the right play. And I've had so many winners, and if I missed out, then I missed out. But that was the risk I was willing to take. So and ended up paying off really well today. So anyway, there you go. So I hope you learned something from those videos. Sorry I didn't trade JD today. Unfortunately, I missed it. And we'll be back tomorrow. All right, everybody. See ya.